Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Now let me just get comfortable. Do not adjust your TV sets. Yes, I'm bright red. I'm working out in the sun. There's just no break from it, so I'm pink as a salmon. And you might have noticed that all my hair's gone. Now I went to get my hair cut last night. Well, get me missus to do my hair. Basically things happened and I ended up just saying take the fucking lot off. I said, you know, oh, just take it off. Take it off. So I was, look at that. There isn't much hair there left now. So if I look a bit different, I do apologise. Anyway, let's get on to the beer review we're going to do. We're heading over to the Perfect Draft Pro now, and it's a brand new keg that was released on Tuesday. It's turned up today. I come home at dinner time, managed to get it in the freezer for a little bit, stuck it in the fridge before I went back to work. So it was in the freezer for about 25 minutes before I went back to work. It was then in the freezer, the fridge until 4:30. Then I put it in the freezer and I took it out at about 5:15. So hopefully it's chilled. I'm giving you all this stuff, but you ain't even got a clue what it is. Like I say, brand new keg. It was released on Tuesday. It's from Mikeller. And I can't actually think what the name of the bloody keg is, but it's... I can't believe I haven't done this. It's from Mikeller, and it's a Game of Thrones beer. They're sort of associated with Games of Thrones. Debouche something or whatever. It's a pale ale anyway, coming in at 4.4%. It's coming in at 4%. £36.90 for an individual keg. If I ordered 3 kegs, I would get the 10% discount, but I ordered the keg pack where you get the 2 glasses. It was 80 quid. I'm going to get £10 off that. So it's coming in at 70 quid with 2 glasses. You've paid a little bit for the glasses. Is it cheap? You make your own mind up. But yeah, like I say, I can't remember exactly what it's called. I'm going to do the screen thing because I feel a bit lost without it actually this time. So yeah, it's in the fridge. In the fridge. It's not in the fridge. It's in the bloody machine. Calm down, Bazza. Getting all excited. It's been in the fridge, it's been in the freezer. I've set the machine at 5 degrees because apparently that is the temperature you want to set it at for this beer. Because it hasn't been in that long, I'm still getting the old snake going round, so it hasn't quite adjusted to what temperature it is. I'm hoping that it's going to be at 5 degrees. Like I said, I got the keg pack, and we have the I got 2 Mikeller Game of Thrones glasses with this, and these are beauties. These are 500ml glasses. Look at that. This has been in the fridge for 4 hours. It's almost like a goblet. There you go. There's the design on the front, I should say. Game of Thrones. Put your teeth in, Bazza. Tell you what, I'm getting old. And on the other side, Game of Thrones, House Mikeller of Denmark. So a beautiful glass, already chilled. So any second now, we are going to go over there and do a pour. I've actually got a new drip tray as well, so I may even pick the camera up. I've taken a picture, so I'm hoping I can get that in the thing, but if not, no, I won't take a picture actually. I've taken a picture already. I'm going to try and edit it into the video so you can see it. So I'll wait for this part and then I'll put the picture up on the screen. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. So yeah, let's stop the bullshit. Let's get over there and do the pour of this beer. Hopefully it's going to be cold enough and hopefully it's going to be good. So let's get cracking. So here we go, drip tray is there. Shall I hold it up actually? I'll tell you what, I'll hold it up quickly before we get the pour going. There we go, all the beer, no idea beer reviews. There's a new drip tray. So we'll get that in there. I may even add the picture anyway. So let's give this a pour and see what we get. And hopefully it's going to be at temperature. I know it's going to be lively. That first one is always lively. But it will settle. That is one lively bugger. It's a pale ale, by the way. Like I say, I do need to find out what the bugger's called. I can't think what it's called. Let's get going. So, we are back. Quite possibly one of the biggest releases of the year for the machine. I wouldn't say the biggest one, but I think this was, I think they were pushing this. I think it's supposed to be a massive sort of release for them. Obviously with the HBO Game of Thrones thing, Mikeller obviously do that stuff. All the glass and that. This is very much, I don't know. How do you want to do it? I don't know. The merchandise and everything just says it's massive. along with the head on the beer. So there we go. I'm going to touch the screen again because I've got, I don't know. Anyway, 500ml glass of beer. We've got a 4-finger of really compact, creamy head. This is the first pour out of it. It's a pale ale, like I said. It's got the slightest of hazes to it. I'm going to call that a chill haze. Excuse me, got a little bit of a hiccup there. Gentle carbonation going up. The glass is beautiful. It looks all right, can't complain with that. So let's give her a swirl and see what we get on the nose. Cool, yeah. To be fair, on the nose, that is banging. This is the first glass. Yes, it could change after the first glass. I always find that with these beers from the Perfect Draft. Like I said, I set this at 5. It's still not saying anything on the machine, so I'm going to have to assume it's 5 degrees. That is a big, juicy number. Big, juicy. For me, there's a bit of pine resinous in there. There's a lovely piney sort of aroma. There is grapefruit. A little bit hoppy. I love pine in a beer, to be honest. But it smells really good. And this is only 4%, remember. So for a beer, I think for a beer to be this punchy at 4%, it's screaming out to be a good one. So let's hope it is. So let's stop waffling on. Mikeller's, can't think what the name is. We'll call it their Game of Thrones beer. I'll put the proper title up in the video. Let's give her a go, see what we get. Cheers. Okay. Right. Oh dear, I don't know. No. It's 4%, right? 4%. How heavy is a beer going to be at 4%? It's very light. Let's give that a swirl. Let's see if we can... %4 is very light for me. It is very light. For me, it's watery as well. For me, that's got a bit of a watery body, personally. Carbonation is minimal. Mouthfeel. I wouldn't say the mouthfeel's particularly super smooth, super great. I mean, oh, I tell you what, this at the moment, this is seeming quite disappointing. And I might even have to pause the video, top the beer up again. Body's very light. Feels a little bit watery, to be honest. This was in the fridge. There was maybe a tad of water in there, which is maybe making the difference. Very little carbonation really in the glass for me. Mouthfeel's not fantastic. Very light to drink. Now I'm going to pause the video, pour myself another one, and we'll crack on again. So we're back, topped up. Yeah, and even now, topped up, fresh head on it. Like I said, very light. For me, a little bit, I think that's a little bit wishy-washy, watery. Carbonation, bit non-existent. Mouthfeel is poor because the body's so light, in my opinion. Taste-wise, you do get that piney resinous in there, but it's very light. You get that I'm not going to say it's tropical, but you certainly get juicy notes in there. A citrus note, a little bit of grapefruit. Yeah, it's juicy, it's a little bit piney. But if I'm totally honest, it depends on what you want, right? Classed as a massive release, this one. It's 4%. But that massive release tag for me, it's light, it's very drinkable. Do you get the 4%? You don't get the 4% at all. I mean, to me, there's almost nothing there. Yeah, it is very drinkable. Hot sunny day, you're gonna down it. I'm gonna give you my views now on it. As a beer, would I bother with it again? No, not 4%. It tastes like 4%. It's like wishy-washy. It's barbecue weather beer. My personal opinion. I would rather have a much fuller beer. For me, like I say, hailed as a massive release. I expected more from this. I expected more. It's just a typical session pale ale that has a bit of flavour, but it's so wishy-washy everywhere else, but it doesn't have enough flavour for me. It sort of disappears. And I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit dull. It's a little bit boring, I think. I will drink it, don't get me wrong. I'll drink it. There's nothing nasty in there. I think it's overpriced. All right, yeah. It's a third-party brewery, Mikeller. They're going to charge more. You know, I don't know. You know, I'm not a big session pale ale sort of fan. For me, this is a session pale ale. It's too light, and it's a little bit disappointing. There's going to be a lot of you out there that love this beer because of the exact reasons I don't like it. Like I say, it's going to go down easy. That doesn't sit well with me. Well, it does sit well. I like a beer that goes down well, but it just lacks for me. Now, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh. Some of you out there might think, hang on, Baz, you're being a bit harsh. Maybe I am, but, you know, like I say, some of you will love it. I think some of you will hate it and say, hang on, I'd rather have the heated seats. I personally would. I'd rather have the heated seats over this. But that's it. So there we go. There's my review of the new Mikeller keg, the Game of Thrones beer we're going to call it, until I get the title up. And then I'll search what it's exactly called. But for me, a little bit disappointing. If you can still pick up the heated seats, I would go for that. But if you want the glasses and you're willing to spend 80 quid on a keg pack for glasses, go for it. But yeah, I'll tell you what, massive, big release. To me, a little bit wishy-washy and a bit fucking pointless, really. So yeah, there's my views on this beer. I know there's going to be people out there that disagree with me. Just for me, too light on flavours. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Don't send me any hate mail because, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, it's my opinion. Thank you all for watching. I'll stop boring you now for 15 minutes nearly. Feel free to subscribe, like I say, and I'll see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.